And the Writers Guild of America represents writers in film, television, radio, and online media. And at the beginning of May this year, the Guild went on strike, as we have heard also previously in this Congress, in a dispute with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. And Lowell, could you please tell us what is motivating you to this strike?
Well, thank you very much. As you say, since May Day, we have been on strike. It's been almost 4 months, and our members are standing strong. We've got 3 members here from the Philadelphia area, Dina, Paul, and Abigail. Thank you. We have 100% strike compliance. From day one, we've had enormous solidarity from our partner unions in the industry. Matt's union, IATSE, their members often would honor our picket lines and not go to work on productions that were still running, unprecedented. Teamster represented drivers also honored our line. Many thanks for that level of solidarity. Actors represented by SAG-AFTRA have been with us on the picket lines in force from day one. And from the middle of July till now, the actors themselves have been on strike against the same companies. Fundamentally, this is a strike about technology. It is a strike about how digital technology has transformed our industry in ways that are not good for anyone in the industry, and certainly not good for our members. We are negotiating this contract jointly. I'm in Writers Guild East. It's a national contract also being negotiated in Writers Guild West. And what has happened with digital technology is this thing called streaming video on demand. Everybody watches video that way now, movies and series. It is technologically it is the result of digital technology. Everyone thinks of Netflix as the streamer, but in fact, all of the companies in this space use streaming as their new business model, and it has been very difficult. In fact, the companies have spent billions of dollars to transform themselves, and this digital transformation has been very bad for writers. The employment periods are much shorter, the gaps between jobs are much longer, the pay rates are lower. The residual payments, which is money that our members rely on between gigs, money that they get when their shows and movies remain available to consumers and customers, those payments have gone down, and the ability to build a career path has been curtailed. These companies I mentioned are studios, networks, but they're also big tech companies. When I sit at the bargaining table, across the table is not just Disney, not just NBC Universal, but it is literally Amazon and Apple. They are applying the big tech model of using technology to undermine careers, to destroy the ability of union represented workers and workers everywhere to sustain themselves with pension and health benefits and with stable employment, to create unstable, low-paid, precarious gigs. We will not permit that. That's why we're on strike. There's another element of technology that has led us out onto the streets, and that's artificial intelligence. We have insisted on language that will protect our members from the unbridled, unregulated use of artificial intelligence. We know that this is a policy issue that governments have to tackle, but we also know it is a bargaining issue that we have to tackle. It is essential that we as unions make sure that we control the technology and the technology does not control us. Or more to the point, that the corporations that employ our members don't use the technology to control us. It's an existential threat. All of this is an existential threat. So we have been out for 4 months, and we will be out as long as it takes, and the solidarity we have remains incredibly powerful. I mentioned the entertainment unions. Every union in the United States has sent lots of members to our picket line. I think this battle against the vertically integrated corporate giants about the use of technology, I think, resonates with unions everywhere.
Okay, thank you very much. And of course, we are all cheering for you. But what are your ultimate goal with this strike? What are you trying to achieve?
Well, as I said, we want to control technology, not the other way around. We have a bunch of proposals that address the employment issue that I mentioned, the undermining of careers, the corrosion of careers, things that would ensure a certain number of jobs, a certain length of jobs, an ability to move up the career ladder. These are not things we traditionally negotiate about. But because of this technological transformation, we have to negotiate about it. This drives the studios and the big tech companies crazy. They would rather just give us a few extra dollars and have us go away. That's not going to happen. On artificial intelligence, we have proposals that are linked to how our collective bargaining agreement works. What does generative AI do? It writes stuff. We're the Writers Guild. It's an existential threat. We have made proposals, and we will not sign a contract where we do not make gains in this area. We have proposals that say, we haven't proposed to kill the robots. We haven't said, no artificial intelligence anywhere in the room. What we have said is, literary material, which is what our members get paid to create, cannot be created by algorithms. It has to be created by human beings represented by the Writers Guild. We will win that. I mentioned solidarity. We have the ability to stay out as long as it takes. We have the solidarity amongst our membership to do that and amongst our partner unions. And with great power comes great responsibility. And we know we have to win this. This is one of the first fights in the collective bargaining context about artificial intelligence. And I promise you, we will win this.
Great, thank you. All of our works really in the future. Thank you. And now over to a different sector. Riccardo Saccone is the National Secretary for the SLC Sigil union in Italy. In 2022, the Italian